The market roared with voices. Bargains rose and fell like drumbeats, each word a strike against hunger. Sweet yams, fresh palm oil, fish for the strong, millet for the wise. Voices tangled in the air. Feet shuffled. Children darted through gaps, laughing as they carried dust with them. Above the noise, one voice pushed higher. It cut through the chatter, calling out food with pride. The sound climbed like a drumbeat at festival time. The people pressed close. Coins clinked. Hands waved. The market heaved like the sea dot. Then silence cracked it. An old figure stumbled in. Her hair hung wild. Her mouth moved to shadows no one else could see. Words tumbled out, crooked like broken shells. The market burst with laughter. Look at her. Madwoman. Her cries were drowned by gears. Young boys grabbed pebbles. They hurled them with glee. Madwoman? Madwoman? They sang, each stone striking like cruel drums. Elders raised their hands. Their voices grew sharp. Drive her out. She has no place here. But a single hand rose, steady and firm. Wait. Let her eat first. She is hungry, not cursed. The laughter slowed. Angry faces turned. Murmurs curled like smoke. What is this? Why protect her? The hand lifted a small plate, bold in the light. Food, simple but enough. Eyes fixed on the gift. The old one stared in silence, wide and still. A gasp swept through the crowd. Shock spread faster than fire. Fool. That food could be sold. One man cried, "Kindness is not for sale." The word struck harder than any coin. The old one bent low. Slowly she ate bite after bite. Her lips shaped broken riddles. Whispers lost between breaths. The crowd stirred. Some voices softened, others grew sharp. Why does he protect her? Who is she? Why is she alone? The question lingered like smoke. No answer came. Only the echo of whispers, and the mystery grew. Whispers spread quickly. She walks with spirits. The words carried weight, but silence carried more. He chose silence, letting his actions speak louder than quarrels. At dawn, he rose early. A small fire sparked to life. Flames licked the air as maize roasted, bean cakes sizzled, and stew bubbled in the pot. The smell traveled before the man himself. Villagers passed, sniffing the air, but laughter soon followed. Look there. He feeds mad mouths, not his own. Mocking voices circled sharper than smoke. He smiled, calm as stone, serving food with steady hands. A louder voice cut through. Kindness won't fill your pot. His reply came firm and clear. Kindness feeds the soul before the stomach. Laughter rose again, rolling like drums. Heads shook. Some spat. Yet his hands did not tremble. Then she appeared, hair wild, voice speaking to shadows only she could see. Children pointed, giggled, and fled with screams. She laughed at nothing, mumbled broken riddles, and stumbled forward. Some crossed themselves. Others muttered, cursed. Without pause, he lifted a plate and placed it before her. No coins asked, no bargain spoken. She accepted slowly, whispering between bites. Not all who give are empty. Her strange words confused the crowd, but struck him deeper than insult. Shouts followed. Why waste good stew on madness? His voice rose above them. Hunger is the real madness. Murmurs scattered. Some shook their heads. Others nodded in quiet respect. When dusk came, he wrapped food in secret and carried it aside. She waited in the shadows, eyes bright, speaking in half-songs. He listened patiently, hearing odd wisdom hidden in her broken words. Day by day, this fragile thread between them grew stronger. Tongues wagged. The food seller now walks with spirits, they said, but whispers could not break what had already taken root. Whispers spread like dry leaves on the wind. The food seller eats with spirits. Feet that once lined up for his meals now turned away. Bowls stayed empty, while fear filled the air. Children sang mocking songs, pointing small fingers. He feeds ghosts, not people. Elders shook their heads and spoke with heavy voices. Stay clear. His shadow is cursed. Still, he kept working, though his stall grew quiet. Pots cooled half full, and laughter no longer circled his fire. From the edge of the crowd, wild laughter rose. Eyes turned to the old woman. She laughed at the moon, her hair catching the light, then spoke riddles to no one. Iron gates will break. A son forgot his blood, but walls cannot hide shame. He listened, silent, holding her words like stones too heavy to carry, yet too strange to drop. The crowd jeered. He listens to madness and calls it wisdom. His kindness now poisoned his trade. A sharp voice rose. Your food carries her curse. The elders stood before him, voices hard. Stay away, or the spirits will claim you too. He bowed, respectful, but his feet did not move. The old woman still waited, and he did not turn. One friend pulled him aside, voice low with warning. Leave her. You are digging your grave. His answer was steady, calm as stone. If I abandon her, then I am the grave. The friend turned away, shaking his head. Defeat heavy in his steps. Night fell. Only a small fire burned, guarding his stall. Darkness pressed close, but danger pressed closer. Shadows crept in, eyes hungry, voices rough. Give us all you hide. Pots crashed. Food spilled into the dust. Hands struck him down, but he did not beg. From the blackness, a wild cry broke. The old woman stormed forward, a stick raised high. She swung with fury, each blow striking fear into the thieves. No one will touch my son's friend. The crowd rushed, drawn by the noise. Gasps filled the night as the thieves scattered, beaten back by the hands they mocked as weak. The stall lay in ruins. Ash, food, and broken pots marked the ground. Yet whispers rose again, sharper now. Why did she call him her son's friend? He stood silent, his heart caught between fear and wonder. The riddle grew heavier. Who was her son? Why did she guard him so fiercely? Suspense grew like a storm waiting to break. A shiny black car rolled into the dusty square. Its body glimmered like a mirror under the sun. Children ran behind, laughing and shouting in wonder. Villagers gathered fast, eyes wide, voices low. Who comes in such wealth? The door opened. A man stepped out, his clothes fine, his shoes untouched by dust. He adjusted his suit with slow hands, eyes cold as stone. His voice cut through the murmurs. Where's Mama Nia? The crowd froze. No one moved, no one answered. Then, from the back, a voice broke the silence. The madwoman. She sits with the food seller, gasps, spread like fire. The man frowned and moved toward the stall without delay. His eyes swept over the food seller as if he were air. He did not speak. He did not stop. He walked straight to the old woman, his face hard as stone. The food seller stood still, feeling the crowd's gaze press upon him. The old woman reached out, clutching the food seller's arm. Her voice rang sharp. This one fed me when you would not. Murmurs spread through the people. Heads turned, eyes widened. The man's steps faltered, his body freezing mid-stride. She raised her stick and pointed. You built castles but left me in the dust. His voice trembled. I thought you were lost to madness. The stick struck the ground with a sharp crack. Madness. No. Your pride was the madness. Whispers rippled. The mother rebukes the rich son. His head dropped low and memories returned like shadows he could not escape. His words came heavy. Riches blinded me. I forgot my own blood. The old woman's voice thundered. Blood does not forget. It waits, even in hunger. Gasps shook the crowd as truth spread from ear to ear. The old woman pulled the food seller closer. This one is the true son of kindness. The people turned their eyes from the rich man to the poor seller. Whispers rose. The poor food seller stood where the rich son failed. The rich man's eyes fixed on the seller. Shame burning, yet something softer stirring within. At last his knees touched the dust. His head bowed low. Forgive me, Mama. I was wrong. Tears fell, mixing with the earth beneath him. Silence covered the crowd like a heavy cloth. The food seller stood between them, holding back the storm that threatened to break once more. He dropped to his knees, dust rising beneath him. His voice trembled. Forgive me, Mama. I will care for you now. The stick lifted high, its shadow falling over him. For a heartbeat, the air held still. Then it lowered gently and a soft nod came. Silence followed, heavy and sharp until whispers broke through. The proud son bends at last. He turned, eyes heavy, words pressing from his chest. You gave when I abandoned. You fed my mother. Gasps rushed through the crowd. Mouths opened wide, hands covered lips. The truth stood tall, brighter than gold. Her faint smile returned. A hand resting with care on the shoulder of the one who never turned away. A hand rose, steady this time. I will not leave you poor. Join me. Let us build a great food company together. The murmur spread like fire. From a small stall to a kingdom of food, hesitation flashed. But humility bowed the head. Slowly the answer came with a nod. Those who mocked now bent low, shame heavy in their throats. Those who laughed now clapped, their voices rising in praise. Children leaped and cheered, their cry loud and sweet. Ao, the kind one. Ao, the strong one. Drums burst to life, beating the joy of the square. A hand lifted, calling for silence. Riches may grow, but kindness must stay. The words rang like iron, carried on the wind, settling deep in every ear. They echoed like a proverb, strong enough to outlive the day. She nodded slowly, whispering under her breath. Now the village has learned. A hand rose high. Listen, children, and hear this truth. Words dropped heavy, one after another. The world sees madness where love hides. The crowd leaned close, breath held, ears sharp for the last wisdom. The poor food seller saw hunger. Not shame, the crowd repeated. Voices like a river. Hunger, not shame. Hunger, not shame. A gift of food shone brighter than piles of gold. The people murmured, "Better is a full belly than an empty coin." Kindness opened doors gold could not. Children clapped and cheered. Kindness is stronger than coins. The elders nodded, their voices slow with age. This is wisdom for the young. True wealth is found in compassion, not coins. The words rolled across the marketplace like thunder. They echoed again, sharper, deeper. True wealth is found in compassion, not coins. A single drum struck. The tale ended in silence.